Almost all of us remember a period when we were not happy and felt that something was not right during our life. These periods were transitory and resolved quickly sometimes, and they may have taken longer other times. But when should you see a psychologist? We will discuss it more during the rest of this video. The American Psychological Association has described 4 symptoms that, if any of them occur, seeking help from a psychologist becomes necessary. 1. When you feel helplessness and sadness for a debilitatingly long time, and your problem doesn't seem to get better despite the efforts you've made and the help you've received from friends and family. 2. When you feel that performing daily activities have become difficult for you. For example, you become unable to focus well on your affairs, and as a result, your job performance faces problems. 3. When your concern is so great that you are constantly waiting to hear some bad news. 4. And finally, when your behavior hurts others and yourself, for example, excessive use of drugs and alcohol or aggression towards others. Having said that, we see many people who are reluctant to see a psychologist. Let's see who are the people that really go to a psychologist. We must first get familiar with the concept of insight and its types. In psychology, insight means being aware of the factors that cause problems in others and ourselves and forming our behaviors, thoughts, and feelings. Insight has 3 levels. Each person is categorized in one of them: full insight, relative insight, and lack of insight. Those with full insight accept that there are problems and symptoms within that are not normal. In other words, they are fully aware that their mental state is not very good and recognize well that they got into a problem or they have a mental disorder. These people have no problem seeing a psychologist, and they feel free to talk about their problems with a psychotherapist. Those with relative insight are not aware of their own problem or disorder. In fact, they realize that something is wrong, but they attribute it to external causes, like controlling parents who complain about their child's disobedience and see a therapist help them solve this problem with their child, while the main problem is their own behavior as parents. This group of people usually see a psychologist to solve external problems and complain about other people's problems, not their own. And the last group includes those who lack insight and completely deny that they suffer from any particular problem or disorder. These people have companions who force them to go to a treatment center. These people are the ones who complain that they have been brought to the psychology clinic for no reason. For example, they'd tell you that they've booked a counseling appointment just because their spouse asked them to do so. Yet consider that when a person wants to see a psychologist for the first time, they may have fears and concerns, but it doesn't mean they lack insight. Fears and concerns like, does the psychologist listen to my words? Do they understand what I'm saying? Don't they make fun of me? Or do they respect me? Are they able to help me? Can I trust them? These fears and concerns are completely normal, and everyone experiences them to a different extent. A professional psychologist is completely familiar with these fears and concerns, and they welcome you with pleasure. So, we all need to sometimes ask for others' help to solve our problems, especially when the efforts and actions we took were not fruitful, our performance was disrupted, the level of our concerns and anxieties highly increased, and we felt that some of our behaviors were hurting us and those around us. However, some people may deny their own problems due to a lack of insight and don't consider it necessary to see a psychologist.